going forward. Joining us now to talk more about DPS schools is retired high school counselor Gloria Davis. Thank you so much for joining us. So first, we just want to get your reaction to the teacher sick-outs. Is that the best way to get attention to help fix the schools in Detroit?
The first thought that went through my mind is that it's frigid cold outside. So something really must be wrong for them to walk out in frigid cold. They needed to say something, so they obviously had to do something. And I imagine they were sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Now, some people would say that because it's frigid cold, it's a worse time to leave kids standing around without school on, too.
Well, if the kids indeed were walking to school and were there, but the kids had an opportunity to know in advance that the majority of the teachers were sick and were not going to be in. And you think about it, these teachers were standing outside of various different buildings, and these children weren't standing with them. They were at home in the warm.
Now, Gloria, I know you're really passionate about Detroit and the schools. Talk about in your day, especially having been in DPS 35 years, the schools used to be taken care of.
That's true. I have been retired since 2010, and I recall at the very beginning of my teaching career that there was a group called the tradesmen that were hired by Detroit Public Schools, and they worked directly for Detroit Public Schools. Electricians, plumbers, sheet metal, masonry. All of these persons would come into the buildings one week during the school year. There were men, so you know the ladies all got their hair done that time. But they came in and they took account of all of the things that were happening in your individual classrooms, and they repaired our buildings. Our buildings, of course, were old, and the majority are still old, but they came in and they made them functional so that we were able to bring our children in, and we were safe, and we were able to do what we needed to do.
What is the long-term effect, do you think, on kids from the generation? I'll use Carolyn as an example. In the Detroit Public Schools, she went to school in a school that was clean, neat, taken care of. Kids today in a school that's quite a different picture with what they're dealing with. What is the long-term effect? Where do these kids go from here, and what does this tell them about the society that they're coming from?
I don't believe that the children at this point really know that they should have something better. I don't believe that they understand.
That in itself is sad.
Exactly, it is sad. But I kind of put it with what I say is segregation, desegregation, and resegregation, because our schools are segregated at this given point, and our children have no idea. And it is incumbent upon us. It's incumbent upon all of us, parents, politicians, community, teachers, all of us to come as a team to help our children to know what it is that they need to do so they can have a better tomorrow. If they have a better tomorrow, so will we.
You're so right. And you know, I wish we had an hour to talk to you, but we appreciate you coming in and giving us your words of wisdom after so many years in DPS. And I know you're still passionate about the city and about the kids.
I am. Thank you so much.
Gloria Davis, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's send